Hi everyone, this is the third week, so we're going to have a look at quality of reasoning and writing practice. First of all, let's look at the role of reasoning in argument, alright, and why there's a need of reasoning. Now, first thing first, evidence is always evidence for something. Reasoning gives us the answer, alright, that answer. So, whether you give evidence in the form of factual, numerical, but you should have some kind of reasoning to explain those evidence. Number two, after you introduce evidence into your writing, you must say why and how this evidence supports your argument. What turns a fact or piece of information into evidence is the connection it has with a larger claim or argument. Evidence is always evidence for or against something, and you have to make that link clear with reasoning. We should not assume that our readers already know what we are talking about. The audience can't read our minds, although they may be familiar with many of the ideas we are discussing. They don't know what we are trying to do with those ideas unless we indicate it through reasoning. So that's why reasoning is very, very important. Not to the extent that we should only state evidence, but we should also state the reasoning. Alright? Now, there are few questions that can help us to develop reasoning. Alright? The questions that can ask you why we need reasoning is like, number one, so what? If you have facts, if you have claimed something and you have evidence, and another person can say that, so what? Alright? Why should anyone care about this evidence? What does this information imply? I have just described what something is like or how I see it, but why is it like that? Why is this information important to understanding why I made my claim? How is this idea related to my claim? What connection exists between them? Can I give an example to illustrate the application of this evidence? What are the consequences of thinking this way or looking at a problem this way? Alright, so that's how. These are the questions that you have to think when you write claim and evidence. And that's how it is important. Alright, how much it is important for you to write the reasoning. Let's look at example 1. Let's say, if I claim that pizza is a healthy alternative to fast food, certainly I will need evidence and reasoning to support my claim. So the evidence will be pizza is made with tomato sauce. The ingredient, tomato sauce. Reasoning, why? What makes tomato sauce healthy? Alright, what makes pizza healthy? So the reasoning here will be tomato sauce has many vitamins and minerals as well as antioxidants. So eating pizza with tomato sauce can be a healthy alternative. So this is a very good example of showing you how to write claim, how to write evidence, and also reasoning. Let's look at example number 2. If I claim that hybrid cars are an effective strategy to fight pollution, so the first evidence that I give is driving a private car is a typical citizen's most air polluting activity. So if I say that, I definitely have to put reasoning to support. So the reason here will be because cars are the largest source of private as opposed to industry produced. Air pollution switching to hybrid cars should have an impact on fighting pollution. So can you see the relation between claim, evidence, and reasoning? So that's how it's important. So let's look at example 3. The claim will be, in my opinion, cats and dogs make good pets most of the time. Evidence and reasoning will be, cats and dogs can be held and snuggled with most of the time. Cats and dogs have been domesticated for a long time, making them good pets. Cats and dogs typically live longer than other pets. They both provide companionship. Dogs provide protection, while cats can kill rodents. Cats are good pets if you are busy because they are independent. Dogs are good pets if you have time for them. So basically, you can have the evidence and reasoning in your own interpretation and your own way of writing. So I hope by going through this presentation, you have some kind of ideas on how to write reasoning. And the reasoning has to be a quality reasoning. It's not simply by merely stating the evidence and not stating and supporting by reasons. With that, thank you everyone.